It's a question that comes up for anyone in a new relationship. If you're dating someone, you have money problems. When do you tell them? When do you bring it up? After all, when you get married, your debt is going to become your partner's debt as well. Well, here to share their opinions on the subject, our relationship expert, Nancy Pina. We also have Ali Sadiq and Barbara Walker-Green. Ali is a funny man and also an all-around smart and charming and very well-dressed guy. And, of course, you know Barbara Walker-Green. She's a financial planner and an all-around smart financial lady. So why don't we start with you, Barbara?
Yes.
And it's not just if you're broke, it's if you have like some kind of serious debt or something like that. When do you share that, you think, with your partner?
Well, I don't think you want to share it right away, not on the first date or the second date.
Probably not.
But you definitely want to share it early on because you don't want to invest a lot of time in a relationship that's not going anywhere. So I would definitely say early on. You kind of have to gauge it, but don't put too much skin in the game before you let it out, and you have to be honest.
What do you think, Nancy? How many dates do you think, how serious would you have to be to say, look, I owe $35,000 in credit card debt?
If you see the relationships leading towards exclusivity, then you need to start sharing why you're in debt and the steps that you're taking to get out of debt. You want to show that you're a responsible person now.
Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you know, I have this problem, but I'm fixing it.
Right.
But Ali, is it different, you think, if it's the lady that maybe is in debt versus the guy that's in debt?
I don't think women ever tell you how much debt they're in. Men, we just broke sometimes. We never gonna say that. Who's gonna say, hey, look, I know we getting a little serious, but I'm broke.
What if it's because of the woman that you're broke?
That's mostly the reason why you broke. And your kids, you know, me personally, I would tell somebody, look, hey, don't let this suit fool you.
Yeah.
Don't let this suit fool you. It may not be like that, but a lot of people won't say anything.
Now, Barbara, let's face it, there are a lot of people out there watching, a lot of people are in debt, but they're in debt for different reasons. You know, some people are in debt because they needed a kidney transplant. Some people are in debt because they spent too much money eating out at fancy restaurants. And so how you got in debt maybe makes a big difference as to how much compassion the other person might have for you, don't you think?
Absolutely. Certain types of debt are good debt and bad debt. For example, is a difference between someone whose check is being garnished because they have back child support versus someone paying down student loan debt because they got their master's degree. So it tells a lot about you. How you spend your money tells a lot about you, what your goals are, what's important to you. So you want to know where the debt came from as well. And you're right, you know, a lot of people won't tell you the truth about that, but it will come out. So you want to be honest about it because those skeletons will come out of the closet eventually.
Barbara Walker-Green's example was much better than mine. I threw in the kidney transplant thing.
Yeah,
so Ali, what if you're in debt for an embarrassing reason? Do you think it's necessary to share with your girlfriend or your partner how you got into debt, or you think it's just enough to say, hey, look, I'm in this debt, I'm getting out of it?
That depends on how nosy the woman is. Sometimes you can just say, hey, I'm in debt, and that's it. But, you know, they want to know why. Hey, I have a internet fetish and I'm, you know, steady on that. I don't know. But when you student loans, you have, that's what the main thing. I don't want nobody calling my house and I don't know. Who is this? This is Sally Mae, this is Fan. I need my money for you going. If you have a master's, why you haven't paid some of that off? A little bit. Right. But the thing is, if you can't go to college, get a great degree, and then have a job that's not
Absolutely,
matching that.
yeah.
But a lot of people do that. Yeah. Barbara, what I'm supposed to say? You got all this debt and, you know, I don't know, man. That's too much.
Well, a lot of times the woman does have an advantage sometimes because a lot of times the guy will accept her no matter what.
Yes.
You know, that's just how it is. But you still want to know, I mean, is that person a money pit? You know, how much of that debt is going to become your debt if you marry that person?
But Nancy, honestly, this could doom the relationship from the start, couldn't it? I mean, you think, hey, we got a good thing going here, but if you really get serious and you find out all of my money that I'm earning is going to pay off this person's crazy debt for God knows what, that could be a relationship killer.
Of course it should, because it's a sign of their character, because they can't handle their money and they're self-indulgent, that they just can't put off what they really want. They want what they want now, and the necessities of life are not important, but they have enough money for shoes and makeup and clothes and video games and the things that they don't need.
This is what I'm picturing as sort of a math guy, Ali. This is what I'm picturing. There's the level of attractiveness of the person that you're with versus their level of debt, and they need to match, right, in order for it to work.
Yeah, they have to.
Like, for example, if there is just some super hot babe and she says, hey, look, I have credit card debt, you're like, who cares?
No. When I was younger, I was who cares. Now I'm older. I don't want to be an old man still paying off somebody else's debt because I met you at drive-thru at Popeyes and I thought you was hot. That's what men do. We pick up whoever. Hey, I know you work at Fiesta, you on the register. I can change your life. You know, and then now she's buying Gucci bags and she has no money coming in and she still has student loans and all this. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Y'all the experts. Money.
But men, at the same time, women can get caught with helping out men get out of debt, and they never have any kind of income coming in. They're always in between jobs, or they have this bright idea that never gets off the ground, and they're so nurturing that they keep giving the guy money.
If you're out there, give him a call.
Hey,
we have a couple of comments on our Facebook page that we want to read to you, and one of them comes from Dawn. And Dawn says, how about instead of them divulging secrets, if credit's important to you, make it known on the first date. That way no one gets hurt. They have bad credit, they could just gracefully kind of bow out, and you don't have to keep this as a skeleton in your closet, you know, until the 10th date.
So at dinner, what we doing is, hey, you know I don't have that. They were off the top. Hey, credit's important to me.
Well,
what about you?
It's almost like, but Barbara, isn't it almost like you say, you know, what do you do for a living? Have you ever been married? And what's your FICO score?
And what's your FICO score?
I mean, that's actually like a legitimate question.
It is. The key to a long marriage is equal FICO scores. I mean, dating sites are even using credit scores to match soulmates. It's important.
That could be Nancy, that could make the difference between choosing one person over the other. You know, I like them both equally, but this guy's got a 560 and this guy's got a 720.
And so he wins.
So the 720 is
yeah, so he wins.
But it shows their character and that they are a responsible person. That's what women are looking for. Is
so the bottom line that we want everybody to get out of this discussion, go ahead.
What if your family made your credit score bad from when you was a child?
Oh, well then, that's true, because we've done stories on that where the people will steal their kid's identity and go rack up charges.
I've had a light bill in my name since I was 5. I know.
You want to have that compatibility really quick, and I do have a compatibility study on my website, personalwealthadvisor.com. Great way to get the conversation started.
Okay, personalwealthadvisor.com, and if you need a reference on your light bill for your light company, Mr. Sadiq is the one to mention. All right, Melissa.
Yeah, he sounds like an expert. That was a fun conversation. Thanks, Mike.